The old adage, the best way to make a system work is to make a system work. I think this is a pure specific example of how we have not done that. With our Douglas County representatives not only being employed by Creighton, but having a responsibility to handle these kinds of issues in our community, I think it's imperative that either we relinquish that particular position or that position become accountable to this community and identifying these kinds of issues. He is employed by Creighton and we get no information, but we don't get any information from that system anyway. So I think that's something we really need to look at as it applies to political issues.
But that, and again, what you're saying is entirely relevant, but I would say those kinds of conversations for the gentlemen that come, because like we're all in this room and we can't really do much about what you're talking about. So I would, what you just said, I would actually speak to the gentleman that is coming from Creighton about that too. I mean, I would mention it to him too. I appreciate what you're saying, Elijah, but I'm saying as far as mentioning it, you need to be able to speak to the person that's coming from Creighton about the fact that we have people that actually work for Creighton that are from the community, but we don't really get the information that we should be getting.
Do you know who I'm speaking about?
Yes.
Chris Rogers?
Yes. And so if that's
I think that is our responsibility.
Then you need to raise that with Creighton.
I don't think that's Creighton's responsibility. I understand. I know how you're reflecting that, but he's a Douglas County representative by district to this community. And if those kind of issues, whether he worked there or not, should first be developed through that communication that is established, and he gets paid to do that job also. So I think that it's important that we utilize those mechanisms that are there for that purpose, particularly if they're political mechanisms, and find out why we're not getting those kinds of communications. With his case, there's a conflict of interest because he is employed by them also. So, but I'm just throwing that out. I think it is our responsibility, though, as a community, to develop those lines of communications. And if those lines of communications are already developed, whether it's city council or county representatives, then they need to be responsible to us. And if they're not, then we need to make them responsible. And if they don't, then there's an election coming up next year and they should be removed.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
So I understand what you're saying. I also understand that because Chris is employed by Creighton and because he is our Douglas County Commissioner, those are two separate things in my mind. I'm employed by OEDC, but then if I'm doing something else on the side, they're not accountable for me telling you about them or that. So I think that if we want to address what we are not getting from the Douglas County Commissioner in the way of information that affects our community, that should be addressed on that level. Creighton can't answer for that.
No, I'm not. I didn't imply that. If I did, that was my intent.
Okay, because I think that's what some of us heard.
Yeah.
And I think, right. So I think that it's not appropriate to even bring that up. Chris is employed by them. I'm sure that there is some confidentiality that goes on with his job as to what he can and can't say in the community. But Father Hendrickson is a different bird, because the person that's coming to talk to us is actually the president of Creighton. It's not a representative. And I think we need to understand the level that we are speaking to and don't speak below that.